Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle Show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Hey, they just hit 100 subs, it's time they get some out. Hey, yo, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle Show, yeah, the Mizzle Show, yeah, Mizzle Show, yeah, the Mizzle Show. It's the Mizzle Show. Yeah, the Mizzle Show. Yeah, Mizzle Show. Yeah, the Mizzle Show.
Good evening, America.
And again, don't adjust your screens. We are live at a decent amount of time.
Although it doesn't feel like it's 8:56 though. It feels like it's kind of the way it looks outside. It kind of feels like later, but
Well, it got dark a lot later than it normally does. It got
True.
dark around here around 7 o'clock my time.
Mhm.
So the time you know this is
We're
my
in the
time of
same
the year.
time
I
zone.
love it. I love this time of the year. We have longer days.
Yeah, you want to be in basketball shorts. That's what it is.
Can you blame me?
As they say, where's the hey, I like wearing shorts too. But
Hey.
welcome, number 318, and the madness has already started as the final four, or the first four as they call it, and boy, I tell you what, the Lakers are really putting it to the Nuggets. 105.
Well, with no Jamal Murray or no Jokic, are we really going to critique that game per se?
No, we're not.
And if you're a Laker fan winning this game and you're all hoo-ha and ruined, then you're not really a sports fan. You're not beating the Nuggets at their best.
You're not being the real Nuggets.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact,
granted that the Nuggets did beat the shit out of my Warrior team when the Warriors were full staff. So, granted that, but you're not beating this Nugget team at full staff.
Well,
like I told my brother after Aaron Gordon had that game, he won't have a game like that for probably another 3 or 4 months.
Well, right now the Cavaliers are in a dogfight with the Kings. Under 7 to go in the fourth quarter.
Fuck that beam.
It's 102-100. Cleveland holding on. Also in the fourth quarter, about 6 minutes ago, Bulls and the Suns in the Valley of the Sun. Phoenix is up 114-99. Just starting the fourth quarter, 2 minutes gone by. Trailblazers up on Memphis, 101-89. Finals, Jazz beat the Wizards 120-112. Pistons in Miami win 116-113. As the Pistons, folks, are one win away from win number 40, as they now go to 39-30.
Get out of here.
As Cade banks in a three-pointer with less than a second remaining to give the Pistons the win. And good evening
my
to
family
you,
member,
Mizzle.
my bloodline. I love you, cuz. Thank you for chiming in. Yes, bloodline. That's what he is.
All right. So that's what's going on right now in the association. But let's get into it real quick. The first four in. We had 2 games yesterday, 2 games tonight. Alabama State on a last-second putback gets the win over St. Francis, PA.
What a shot.
Gutsy play call.
You right?
The home run pass worked, and the layup went in as the Battle of 16s go to Alabama State, 70-68. A great game for them. But, boy, the North Carolina Tar Heels took out their frustrations on a very good San Diego State Aztec team, folks. I mean, San Diego State is not too far removed from playing in the national championship game, and R.J. Davis, quintessentially, for baseball terms, pitched a perfect game, if you will.
To atonement of 6 for 6 behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, 6 for 6 behind the arc. Shot 8 of 12 overall from the floor.
That's efficiency.
4 or 5 free throws, 26 points to lead the way for the Tar Heels. As the Tar Heels, now keep in mind, folks, my co-host was saying they're not getting in, and lo and behold, they got in and basically throttled. Like I said, throttled a very good San Diego State Aztec team, 95-68. And I'm watching this, And I'm texting him like, "Is this how your Tar Heels feel? Like that's how they feel?" And then I saw the statue of Margie Davis. I'm like, "Oh."
But what did I respond to you when you sent me that text?
Should have did to Duke, which again they took out their frustrations of letting one slip by.
Fuck that. Fuck that. You take that out on fucking Duke. Fuck that Cameron crazies. You destroy them. And you don't see 11. You beat Duke without flag. You don't go. You're not in 11-11. Yeah. Thank you for putting that up. Fuck Duke and fuck all about all their Cameron crazies with their little spirit fingers that they throw out there. Fuck that shit. Sorry.
Passion, man.
Sorry, I'm a full-fledged North Carolina Tar Heel fan when it comes to basketball, and I can't stand that team up Tobacco Road. If you watch this show and you're a Duke fan, then guess what? You shouldn't come on this show talking to me because fuck your team.
This is called passion, folks.
And that's why we have T-shirts, merch.
Yes, T-shirts and merch. As the link will come across on the bottom of your screen underneath us in a few seconds.
It is right there.
There it is right there. Get your merch at Mizzle and Dub, myshopify.com.
And for those that have went on our website and have purchased,
thank you.
We humbly appreciate you guys. We thank you. And
also, if you also purchase stuff from the Jaffa's website, we thank you as well because
yes,
they are brethren of ours. So
yes, even I have purchased off the Jaffos as well as JP has brought a Mizzle and Dub shirt, as I have the All Pro Jaffos and the Ring Psychology shirt, which me and my brother are. We are the RPP.
Yeah. And, two-thirds of the RPP will be live in Sacramento at Golden One Center as they on the last week to WrestleMania, and then God willing, me and a recurring guest on this show and on the RPP will be in T-Mobile the day after, seeing which surprising reactions will we get the day after WrestleMania 41.
Here's a question for you.
Shoot.
If I get you an RPP shirt, would you wear it on that Monday Night Raw?
Oh, you damn right.
Yep. What size you need? Just send me your size.
2XL.
I should know that. I bought you. I got you this shirt. So I should know.
Yes, you did. And Mr. Minks got me the tie-dye shirt. So yes.
Oh, so it made it.
Oh yes.
Are you pleased with it?
Oh man, it is very, very lovely.
Hey guys, guess what? You got a haircut in Walmart. I didn't know Walmart does haircuts.
Start cutting hair.
Right, I know they do glasses, but the haircuts.
I know they do nails, but haircuts.
Okay. Haircuts. That's rare.
Hello,
Miss Jody.
Yellow, and hi.
Hello, yellow.
Okay.
So, are you the yellow shello?
And EJ just went supercuts on us. Okay.
No. Also, are you telling us, cousin, that supercuts is in Walmart? Because I've never seen a supercuts in Walmart.
Neither have I.
Well, you know why? I live in Folsom.
Makes sense.
They might have the supercuts in the one when I was living in Fairfield. Hence the difference. Okay, he said, yeah, he thinks so.
Make all the sense in the world. But now.
So wait, Miss Jody, are you the yellow? I'm confused at what's going on here right now. I'm trying to keep up the conversation.
Well, in the meantime, Mount St. Mary beats America 83-72.
And a travesty to what happened to that young man.
Yes, it really does. The janitor. Oh, here she goes back on this janitor thing.
Who's a janitor?
No, because she talked about she wants to be a janitor working for the A7FL. Back to what happened. What our Sunday.
You can't be a janitor in the A7FL because they're not in the gymnasium. Is an outdoor played sport, Miss Jody. What you should want to be is a sideline, something on the sideline, or working a booth.
But yes, back to what Mizzle said. Unfortunate for re-aggravating his leg injury. But the man went back on the bench to cheer his team on, and I know Mizzle will be the biggest Mount St. Mary's fan because they will play the Dukies.
Well, no, I can't.
Dude, you want revenge. You want a fourth matchup against them, don't you?
I want to beat the dog shit out of Duke.
Put her on the chain gang.
That's it.
Well, there you go. But 83-72, Mount St. Mary's gets an American, and the Xavier Musketeers with a comeback over Texas, as Texas was
like
up by
Musketeers.
10. But Xavier comes back, gets the win 86-80. As Marcus Spencer scored 22 points, Zach Fremantle had 15, and overcoming foul trouble in that. So it's the Musketeers beating a very game Texas team 86-80. So now that means the full pledge of 64 is
Set.
30. And here we go. Here is the South region, of course. As we know, Thursday, it starts it all when the madness really, really begins. And that means, folks, games is starting as early as 9 a.m. and not ending until as late as almost 10 p.m. at night. So the first 2 days of the tournament brings joys to many sports fans' hearts, much to the very smile face on my co-host here. He's still here.
There is things in life when it comes to sports that I enjoy. It's March Madness is number one because you got basketball galore. It's all day.
Yes.
I love everything tournament wise. I love October baseball. We already know how I feel. You already know how I feel about the NFL because it starts beautifully, but it ends too damn fast, and then we have to go through this down period where we're like. But thank goodness we have spring football.
That's where the A7 comes into play.
You know, we have A7. We also have the USFL. So
yes,
my football.
It's the teaser until the NFL and college.
Exactly. I still get somebody hitting somebody.
Yes.
You know, but what I love about the A70 because they're out there playing with no pads, no helmets, and they're out there, and these grown men are out there playing, and they got 9 to 5s the next day. You know what I'm saying? They go up there and play. So, but yes, March Madness, this is the time of the year that I really do enjoy. Besides that, my youngest son gets older every time March comes around. But yeah, this is the time I love it for sure.
Yeah. Well, Corporal, I do try to match the mic cover with whatever shirt I'm wearing most of the time, and then there's just some days where I just say screw it, and sometimes I just won't put a mic cover on there. But I try.
Well, right now my co-host is in a mood right now, so we're just gonna let him do what he needs to do. We're not gonna get to the details, but
just pray for you, boy.
So right now, he's having the show, and me getting him to laugh all day today has been his day. So
if you will,
let's continue to give our brother his therapy and talk some good sports.
So here we go. We're gonna start in the South region, if you will. The number one seed in the South is the Auburn Tigers. They're taking on Alabama State. The 8-9 matchup always seems to give us great matchups, and in the South we get Louisville against Creighton, which of course that's the first game, bright and early, 9:15 a.m. Well, if I had hair, I'd get a haircut, so I just have to shave it now. So I had a good 26-year run with hair, and then this part up here started to part like the Red Sea, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not doing this sunroof thing. So
what's the newest thing that is for you been knowing me these decades? What's the newest thing that's going on with me? There's two things.
Well, folks, he's not a big fan of hair, and the only reason why he grew this out was because we were shut down 5 years ago. And he was like, you know what? I'm doing this one more time, but damn it, the minute I start looking like Stevie Wonder and Jerry Rice, it's coming all off. And the Mizzle and Dub show we call the Mizzle and Dub Bald show, if you will. And yes, Miss Jody, he actually does have newer glasses. So yes, he does.
These are new glasses.
And then the second thing is, Mizzle is not a beard guy. Well, okay, me and Mizzle are both goatee people. We have been since we started developing facial hair. We don't like beards. But for me, because it can actually get freezing cold out here in the desert, yes, it can.
Like it doesn't get fucking cold in California.
Well, it does, but you are closer to Lake Tahoe than often than not, so you are correct. But when it gets cold and the face gets cold, this is why the beard grows. But understand, once it starts going above 75 and up, it's back to the goatee. No, never like ZZ Top, never like Dub C from the West Side Connection. I can't do that.
That
No.
will
No.
never happen.
No.
You will never see. Now, right now, this is
Okay. Our little big brother has the closest thing to ZZ Top than either of us.
Yeah, my twin has the ZZ Top. I don't.
Yeah. Well, that's why you are the corporal. But yeah, 8-9 Crington and Louisville. The 8-9 matchup is always a good thing. Now, normally, this is where normally the upsets happen. It's always the 5 and 12 matchup where most of your upsets.
I
in the
was
first
just about
round.
to ask you who's the 5 and 12 because that's where I'm more intrigued right now. Is that 5 and 12 matchup?
Yes.
I will pay attention for sure.
So the 5-12 and it's 5-12 matchup, which is at 7 p.m. It is Michigan taking on UC San Diego. San Diego, of course, won the Big West Conference tournament, which was played out here in Henderson. Of course, Michigan won the automatic bid with their win in the Big Ten Conference tournament. 4-13. Would you also get some upsets? Texas A&M playing against Yale, and then the
Ivy League.
Yes. And the one game that Mizzle will really be playing close to is 6-11 as his beloved Tar Heels take on Ole Miss.
I think we can beat Ole Miss.
And that game is at 1:05 p.m. on TNT, and Carolina is a...
Now, here's the question with that.
Favorite.
My Tar Heels are the 11 seed playing the 6 seed?
The 6, yes.
Would that be considered an upset if the Tar Heels win?
Given the Tar Heels' pedigree, I would say no. But howbeiver, sometimes all you need to take is to just get in, and we've seen teams that have make a run.
That's all you have to do is you get into the tournament. That's it.
Because remember, the last Carolina team that went to the Final Four, which I believe was Hubert Davis's first season as head coach, if I'm not mistaken, they weren't expected to make a run to the national championship game, and they did.
Damn near won.
Like
bro,
I said, if Badcock did not have that bad ankle, Mizzle would say, the credit card was ready.
The credit card was on fire, just like it was when we lost to was it Villanova or Xavier? Villanova. When dude hit that 3-pointer, my credit card went right back in my wallet. I was like, oh shit. I was ready. The credit card was damn sure ready.
And the Jordan memes were out in full force after that shot. Oh my goodness. And Jordan was actually at the game with the Ahmad Rashad sitting there watching it. It was a great shot. My
Tar Heels should have 2 more championships under their belts. I should have 2 more shirts. I should.
Well, we shall see. Lipscomb, the 14th seed, taking on Iowa State 3 seed. And
I can see that 14th seed beating that 3 seed too.
And also another entertaining game. 7-10 always gives you good games too.
It's those bottom seeds.
Yes.
It's like, you know what? They know what they're up against the next game, so we're just gonna go out here and play a damn good game of basketball, all balls to the wall, and just we're jacking up threes, we're playing good defense. Right. Here, the third.
All right. So what that means is, okay, first round, please, thank you. So what that means is, the winner of Ole Miss and North Carolina will play the winner of Iowa State and Lipscomb. All right, but now the 7-10 game is Marquette against New Mexico. Both good teams. Marquette is a slight favorite with a 3.5 spread. As New Mexico actually has the better record. They're actually 26-7 compared to Marquette's 23-10. But of course, Big East, Mountain West. There you have it. EIE.
Yada.
That part. And then rounding out the South region, number 2, Michigan State taking on number 15, Bryant. And that is your South region. Now we come to the West Side, which Oose's beloved Florida Gators, the number 1 seed, taking on Norfolk State. Indeed. The South region kicks it off on. Let's see here. So from the South region, we got 4 games on the 20th. Well, for the NC State Wildcats, it will forever be their place of bliss because that is where they won their national championship when Jim Valvano was really trying to find somebody to hug inside the pit in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hence why
he was definitely trying to celebrate for sure.
It was the land of enchantment for a reason, as of course one of the all-time great.
How does nobody go celebrate with the coach? I would never understand.
I just think Jim Valvano was just too damn excited.
Well, obviously nobody ran up to him though.
No, Miss Jody, I know about the Lobos because I see them 2 times a year when they play my beloved Running Rebels of UNLV. So I know about the pit being a tremendous home court advantage, and New Mexico has always put out very good teams. So there you go. Now this matchup is going to be damn good. The defending back-to-back national champions, I beg your pardon, the Yukon Huskies at 8 seed, taking on number 9 Oklahoma. Well, we know who JP will be rooting for. It damn sure will not be the Sooners from Norman. But yeah, Yukon starting defense of the national title as an 8 seed, taking on the Sooners of Oklahoma. Little Big Brother's beloved Memphis Tigers, a 5 seed, taking on the number 12 seed and winner of the Mountain West Conference tournament, Colorado State.
5-12 is always good.
5-12 is always fun. Maryland, number 4 seed, taking on Grand Canyon, the 13th seed. Missouri taking on Drake, 6-11. And yes, you can catch Ace NFL on YouTube TV for those that do have YouTube TV. Thank you for the plug.
Yes.
Texas Tech taking on UNC Wilmington. That's the 3-14 matchup. Now this one, 7 versus 10, is a very good one. But I really think Arkansas can pull off the upset against Kansas. This is not the same Kansas Jayhawks that were from Bill Self. So John Calipari, I think, can beat Kansas in that 7-10 matchup. And
agreed.
The number 2 seed in the West, the Johnnies from St. John's, taking on Omaha. And St. John's a huge
Omaha
favorite. Of course, Rick Pitino working his magic as he takes the Johnnies to the tournament. Then we come to the East region. The team that Mizzle despises so much that, of course, we just talked about it earlier. They take on Mount St. Mary's. That's on the 21st.
The Blue Devils.
Yes.
And before you continue, I would just like to say that this California weather is so damn bipolar. It was just sunshine and rainbows here just a while ago. It's piss pouring rain right now. What the hell? I'm ready for basketball shorts, and I can't stand the rain. Whatever. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead and continue.
Next matchup. Another great 8-9 matchup.
Oh, gosh.
Mississippi State.
Yes.
Baylor.
I would say more a burger, Miss Jody, before I would say noodles.
It is not.
Oh. He put himself away for a second. There we go. I brought him back.
What the hell?
I got you, brother.
Thank you, sir. I did not leave him for noodles. Good Lord.
A burger.
Now,
as Uncle Bob,
totally understand.
For what? You said a Nation's Burger?
I said it was a Nation's Burger. He would understand.
Oh, brother, you could have logged off the Nation's Burger. And I would have held on to the whole show until you got finished studying the Nation's Burger.
No, you coming with me, and we just gonna do a show of nations.
Down for that too. I will be breaking my diet, but yeah, we're definitely going to get that Nation's Burger.
What's up, Uncle Bobby? But yeah, Baylor 8-9 seed. They got Mississippi State at a -1.5. As normally, like I said, 8-9s just give us tremendous matchups. Oregon takes on Liberty. That's the 5-12 game. Number 4, Arizona takes on number 13, Akron, the Akron Zips. Now, this 6-11 matchup really could be intriguing as it's VCU against BYU. So
Did you say VCU?
VCU against BYU, yes.
Virginia Commonwealth University.
Virginia Commonwealth University, yes indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Rams and the Cougars.
That should be a good one.
That should be another good
Steve
one.
Young's.
Yes, Steve Young's great granddaddy's college. Yes.
I watched a movie with his great granddaddy about a story about his great granddaddy, and yeah, well, that's a different show for a different day.
Yes. Wisconsin takes on Montana, 3 versus 14. And St. Mary's against Vanderbilt. That should be a damn good one.
Ooh,
That's a 7-10.
wait, is that the same? Is that our St. Mary's?
Yes, that is the St. Mary's out of Moraga. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, when I say our St. Mary's, it's because that's right up. Well, from our parents' house in Fairfield, it's not that far away.
Moraga's not too far. So.
From where we lived, I won't say grew up, where we lived.
Yeah. Well, let's just say this, folks. Now, yes, we do have our respective teams in college basketball.
Yes. Yes.
Mizzle bleeds Tar Heel blue.
All day.
I bleed Scarlet and Gray.
Yes.
But however, if any team from Northern California or the Bay Area is in the tournament, we do root for them because we want them to
Cal, Stanford,
yeah,
St. Mary's, San
Santa
Francisco,
Clara,
as we're watching right now, them in NIT.
San Jose State, Santa Clara,
UC Davis, Sac State.
If UOP gets in. Good
night, Corporal. Uncle Bobby graduated from UOP, so you know
he is a Pacific Tiger.
Yes.
Thank you, Corporal. Have a good night. Thanks for chiming in as always, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course, yes.
And
he said, "Well, the bums just won." Are we talking about the Lakers?
Yeah, he's probably talking about that damn team in purple and gold.
That damn team in LA that we don't care about.
Well, I mean, I said, they were playing a Nuggets team without Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, so they were supposed to do that.
But then again, a certain fan will say, "Well, they beat the Warriors." Okay.
Well, the Warriors lost because they turned the damn ball over.
Yeah, damn right.
That's the only reason why they lost. And plus, like I said, Aaron Gordon came back home. He just buried his brother who lost his life, and had the game.
And you probably won't see him have another game like that.
The Beam? They came back to beat the Cavs? Oh no.
Oh, the Beam got lit?
Yes.
Man, fuck that Beam.
No, he's right.
See, that's what I love about my cousin. Lives in Sacramento, but don't fuck with the Beam.
Kings got the win 123-119 over Cleveland.
Damn.
DeMar DeRozan at 27 shot the ball well, 10 of 19 from the floor.
Efficient.
Very efficient. And the Nuggets are down by 11, 116-105, so it looks like the Lakers are going to... Actually, that game is on ESPN. But I'm not going to watch it, because, no.
No, I'm watching San Francisco right now.
Yeah. San Francisco up 10 over Utah Valley. They got 15 minutes to go in the second half at the Hilltop in the city.
Yes. You know what, brother? We need to put that... go check out a Downs game on our bucket list.
Yeah, definitely got to go to the Hilltop for sure to check.
That needs to be scratched off.
They've been playing some good ball the last few years.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if they're not playing good ball, you know.
Oh just because, I mean, after all, that is the college where the greatest winner of all time did play college basketball. I don't know, by the way, happened to just win 2 national championships on that floor on the Hilltop. Talking about
well, see, there you go. Just dropping knowledge on for those that don't understand.
for those that don't know, the great
tell them.
Russell number 6 is a USF Don alum. Of course, Mr. Russell is from the town that is Oakland, California. So yes, the greatest winner of all time has definitely Bay Area ties. Thank you very much. So let's just
indeed
get that out the way. All right, we will get to more NBA scores in a minute, but right now going through this bracket here. And we'll actually go through the women's bracket as well. So here we go.
Oh, yeah, that bracket is pretty decent, too.
So back to the bracket here. We're still in the West region. Or no, we're still in the East region. And Alabama against Robert Morris. That gills out the East region. And now we come to the Midwest to where Miss Jody's beloved Cougars of Houston. Actually, it's wow. Okay, so we have Cougar on Cougar crime to start in the Midwest as the Houston Cougars take on the SIU Edwardsville Cougars in the opening round
Okay.
of the tournament. So it is Cougar on Cougar crime. This game will be played at in Wichita, Kansas, at Trust Bank Arena. Of course, Cougars coming in with a.
And we're talking about the we're talking about the women, correct?
No, this is still the men.
Still the men? Okay.
Yeah, we're now going through the Midwest region, and there
Oh,
is the hardest working man in
speaking of the
sports.
hardest work, speaking of the hardest working man, what's happening, Mel?
Mel, I'm hoping to see you on this upcoming Sunday for week 2, sir.
Indeed. They look, as the boss man, he was like, "We're hoping that you're there."
I want a lawyer. I want rights to. She wants rights to the Cougar name. Well, just talking about this tournament here.
Yes, indeed.
As yes, I want to be there. They have Houston. They have the Houston Cougars. Thank you very much. As a 20.
Houston.
Houston. Like
Houston.
But they have the Houston Cougars. Thank you very much. As a 28.5 favorite in this 116 matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the 8-9 matchup, of course. Anytime Gonzaga gets in, they always have a shot to make a run, so I wouldn't expect anything less from the. So okay, first we got Cougars on Cougar. Now we got Bulldogs on Bulldogs. What the hell? So the 8-9 matchup is the Gonzaga Bulldogs taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Good lord. As really 8-9 matchup. 5-12 matchup, we have Clemson against McNissy State. That's the 5, or just McNissy. That's the 5-12 matchup. Purdue takes on High Point in the 4-13 matchup. Xavier takes on Illinois in the 6-11 matchup. That's Illinois at the 6 seed, 11 seed. Xavier. Kentucky takes on Troy, 3 versus 14. The simple ones, beloved Bruins of UCLA, of course, most national championships out of all men's college basketball teams, taking on the Utah State Aggies in the 7-10 matchup. And of course, TNT, True TV, TBS. I'm sorry, True TV, TNT, CBS, and
no, TNT, correct?
TBS. I already got the TNT. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Utah State's mascot is the Aggies, and Utah State is also the school to where the great Merlin Olsen played college football at. Utah State Aggies, not the Utah Utes, my dear.
Not the Utes.
Not the Utes, the Utah State Aggies. And then rounding out, an Aggie is a horse. Well, okay, let me phrase that. The UC Davis Aggie is a horse.
Is a horse, yes.
The Utah State Aggie is kind of almost like a bull per se. But let's actually give the actual definition of an Aggie animal.
I cannot believe it's raining right now. Ridiculous.
Okay, so okay, so all right, so in some aspects, according to oral history, the origin of the Aggie Bulldog mascot stems from a tale of a shepherd dog, a bulldog. So there you have it. So there you have it with that. So, but I think the Utah State mascot is, like I said, it looks So the Utah State's mascot, like I said, is a bull. UC Davis has the Aggie of a horse. Texas A&M pretty much has Lassie as the mascot. He looks like Lassie. And don't at me because like it looks like Lassie, the collie. Yes. But that's where we're at with that. All right, now, and by the way, the national championship game will be taking place at the Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas. So
Ah,
the Final Four makes its way back to the Alamodome. So that's
nice.
the
As
bracket
it
for
should.
the bracket for the men's, and the women's Final Four will be taking place in Tampa, Florida. So the first four in for the women took place on tonight, and Iowa State. The Elves come from the early years of the Browns, and I mean the dog pound is just because they're a very passionate Rabbit fan base. But I've never understood the elf mascot for the Browns anyway.
Never understood it.
The elf's name is Brownie. I don't know. I think the dog mascot's a lot better than the Brownie elf, but hey, I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan.
It is what it is.
Yes. And by the way, folks, really getting tired of teams wanting to have dome stadiums for football. Are we like just becoming like pansies and not wanting to
They want to take it away from the elements.
But that what makes football great.
I know
Just
that.
playing in the elements. I don't know.
You know that.
I'm not saying that for you, but I'm for our viewers. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Risk the chance of the game being canceled.
No, yeah. And Zellia's coming in talking about we go. Zelly is already looking forward to week 3 when the great matchup that is the Insomniacs and Sick With It comes into fruition. That will take place on March the 30th at Matter Academy.
Love it. Love it.
So, Iowa State beat Princeton to get in, and Southern beat UC San Diego. And then the other final four, or the first four to get in, it will be the Washington Huskies playing against Columbia and William & Mary taking on High Point. And then once we know that, we will fully have the women's bracket for the women. And we will bring you that. And EJ is prepared to get back on that field as he is
ready.
A whole lot of passion, if you will. All right, here's going down the slate of the what happened tonight on the hard court in the association. Pacers get the win over the Mavericks, 135 to 131 in a very good game. Pascal Siakam at 29 to lead the way for Indiana. PJ Washington at 26 to lead the way for the Mavericks. 18 from Jones, 20 from Marshall. Dinwiddie at 17. Clay did not play. Hardy at 24. Christie at 17 for Dallas. For the Mavericks, Siakam 29, Nesmith 18, Nimhart at 22, Mathurin at 23, Toppin at 13 as Pacers get win number 39 on the year. I might try to make that game, but last time I said that gold team was straight buns. All right. Tell us how you really feel, Mr. Daniels. All right. Rockets. Mr. Jordy's beloved Rockets went to the Magic Kingdom in Orlando and got the win over Orlando 116 to 108 as Jalen Green had 26 to lead the way for Houston. And of course, Miss Jody's favorite Sagoon had 22 points and 12 rebounds. Actually shot the ball well, shot 9 of 18 from the floor.
Easton that's 16, efficient.
Easton at 16, Brooks at 15. Wow, Fred VanVleet actually played in the game. He had 19. And J.R. and Smith Jr. had 13 off the bench for Houston. Banchero had 31. Wagner had 20. Joseph had 13. KCP had 10. The Days had 19 off the bench as Orlando falls 116 to 108 over Houston Rockets. All right. Pelicans and Timberwolves. Pelicans get the win over Minnesota 119-115 as Minnesota goes to 40-31, and New Orleans goes to 19-51 on the season as they go away, if you will. It's a new Cali Gold team. Okay, well, here you go. And he says he will send Zilla the link to watch the game if he can't make it. Well, there you go, folks. There you go.
And nobody's scared of the Warriors. I don't know about that. Clearly, the Nuggets came into San Francisco and whooped on them without with their stars. So I would say no to that.
No, they're not scared of the Warriors. It's just
Yeah.
it will be a tough out if the Warriors do happen to not avoid the play-in tournament. Thunder beat the 76ers 133 to 100. I'm not going to talk about that because Mizzle has said the Sixers need Jesus, among other things. Jalen Williams had a triple double. Although Quentin Grimes played well again, he scored 28. Spurs beat the Knicks in San Antonio 120 to 105. As the Knicks fall to 43 and 25. Spurs go to 29 and 39. Just gone final in LA. Lakers beat the Nuggets 120 to 108.
Of course they did.
Aaron Gordon led the way for the Nuggets with 26. Actually shot the ball well, 9 of 14 from the field. But he was the only one that scored in the 20s, as everyone else scored 10 and 12. For the Lakers, it was all Luka Doncic. He had 31. Reeves had 22. Vanderbilt had 10 off the bench. Vincent had 12 off the bench. Connect had 12 off the bench. Finney Smith had 14. As Lakers get win number 43 over Mavericks forfeit. Well, they might forfeit the season. I don't know.
Really? Is that really a real topic? I was looking at the article like, yeah, right. They can't do that. But is that really an option?
I don't know if they can forfeit the season, but I mean, I don't
So
know. There might be some investigating.
I'm not taking that serious.
Just gone final in the Valley of the Sun. Suns beat the Bulls 127 to 121 as the Suns trying to keep their playing hopes alive. They're 33 and 37. Booker had 41 buckets. Shot the ball well, 14 to 26. Durant had 26. Dunn had 16. Richards had 18. As the Suns only play with 9 guys, but got the win over the Bulls 127 to 121. And of course, Portland with a big win over Memphis, 115 to 99 at home.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. As the Grizzlies now go to 43 and 27. And Portland, who's continued to play a lot better as of late, definitely building towards the future. And they got a good young nucleus. They are now 31 and 39. They were supposed to beat a Jokerless and Jamal Murrayless Nuggets team.
I refuse to put that on my screen. Damn it. That's all you get. I don't understand how you from Richmond. You root for the Lakers.
Will Chamberlain, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor. I get it.
I understand it.
I get it.
I understand it.
I mean, I understand. I really do.
Move along. That's enough. That's enough Laker talk.
EJ, you didn't know that? You did not know that, EJ. Wow.
Oh man, yeah. You see what I just you see what I just said?
Oh, by the way. Oh, well.
Well, we just already mentioned that. We already spoke upon that.
Here's what happened, Unc. They turned the ball over. He's not a Dodger fan.
Whoa. Who came and said that? That's his that's his significant other. That's a Dodger fan.
Yeah.
No.
Unc's a
Giants fan.
Unc's a Giants fan. And hello, living room. How are you, sir? Good to hear from you. As he came in and said earlier that Bronny got 4 minutes today, zeros across the board. Thank you for the Bronny Watch update in the G League with the El Segundo Warriors. And joining us is the lady that wants to claim the rights to the Cougar name of the Houston Cougar herself, Miss Jody, who is now making the claim to fame.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. So why is there too many Cougars, Miss Jody?
There's too many cats in general. I don't understand it.
You don't understand why there's too many cats?
Well, there's too many cats. You could do wild cats. You could do a mirror cat. I don't know. You could do anything. But cougar. I mean, we had like 6 teams.
Well, yes, and that's not even mentioning the Steve Young Cougars, aka BYU. But that's
Yeah, no, they're gone, long gone. Bye.
But again, unfortunately for Mizzle, the beam was led in Sacramento as the Kings beat the Cavaliers 123 to 119. DeMar DeRozan at 27 lead the way for Sacramento, along with 13 from Murray, 12 Valanciunas, 22 from Monk. Ellis had 13, Lyles had 13 off the bench, and Carter had 16 off the bench for the Cavaliers. Mobley had 31 lead the way. Mitchell had 26. And here comes Ellie talking ish yet again. 14 for Jerome
Wow,
off the bench.
wow. You know what? Of course you would.
Is
It's
the
fine.
eldest of the Cougars.
I'm the best. Experienced, wise. I'll never die.
Oh, now she says she's the immortal Cougar. All right.
Immortal.
All right. So the Dons are up by 60 to 52 with 8 minutes to go in the first round of the NIT. And while we have you, let's take a look at some more NIT scores. As Living Room says, I am great today, friends. I have to say that I watched some ASL on the weekend for the first time. I also watched the wrap-up, so I heard Dub said he hoped he didn't sound too white. I couldn't. I didn't say all that now. Pinpoint the voice. What gives? Game. Okay, so so there's 3 areas that the ASL plays in Living Room. You have the Northeast, which is in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and Baltimore, Maryland. And there's also games being called in Indy or Cincinnati. I do the games out here in Vegas. So the games I called specifically was the Las Vegas Insomniacs against the Vegas Gold and the Vegas Hunters against Vegas Siquid.
Oh.
So those are the games that I call on ASNFL.tv on YouTube. So this week, the games that I will be calling, which again you can catch it on ASNFL.tv on YouTube on the ASNFL page. The games that I'm calling this weekend will be the Silver State Stealth.
All right.
And they'll be taking on the Vegas Hunters. And then the next game, I'll be doing the 4 o'clock game, which is 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Pacific time, which would be 3 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Central, and of course 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, whatever time zone that you're at. So the games that I'll be calling alongside my partner, Mr. Vera, will be the Silver State Stealth taking on the Vegas Hunters and Vegas Siquid taking on the Vegas Gold. That's at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific time. But check the area in your local listings. Of course, the games are on ASNFL.tv on YouTube. So those are the games I called. And the reason why I say I hope I don't sound too white because I listen to myself and it's like, why do I sound so damn white?
Well, yeah, you know what? I think you have a great pronunciation. You sound great.
Bless your heart. Thank you very much.
I mean, it looks great. It looks great. It sounds great. You're perfect. So who cares?
Bless your heart. Okay. Yeah. Living Room, what I will do is I will send the... Okay, I just lose my mind when I say big man with football, EJ. Because it's big man with football.
That is always a great thing to say.
Big man with football.
Oh, we're not talking about Ben Roethlisberger coming back from the league? Big man with football? No.
No. So
don't believe that.
I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing.
No, so basically, now like I said, as I said the first time, Rich Eisen was the first man that said it because when he used to do highlights on NFL Game Day Final on NFL Network, whenever a big defensive lineman or offensive lineman had the ball, he would go, "Big man with football."
It was great.
So
it was great.
Matt Ryan always says thick boy season when a big man runs with the ball. So not trying to copycat Matt Ryan, I came up with the old Rich Eisen quote talking about big man with football. So that's kind of my saying out here. And
it's a lot of big men. It's a lot of big men in A7.
Hey,
Yes.
hey. Well, so I saw that on the episode they were replaying the classics. I think didn't y'all mention the name of Kareem or it was a K?
Well, there is a Kareem Moon that did play for the Patterson U back in the day.
No, these are the you call them the savages or the gosh, I don't
Um,
know.
no. There were no. I mean, they were showing some games back in the day.
Yeah, it was season 2 of some sort. I just saw this big man being the running back. I said, "Look, get you some. Why not?"
Yes. No,
That's the thing. Like, it don't matter. It's just y'all play the position, and I don't want to tackle that, y'all. I really don't. You gonna run y'all? Oh my gosh, it's fun
well,
to
folks.
see.
Well, folks, if you forgot what it kind of sounds like, well, here's a little snippet of what the A7 is, and
Watch out.
Oh yeah.
this took place this past Sunday. Take a look, folks.
Oh,
That's where we have to go with this, right?
Yes.
Last year, we said it before, we'll say it again. They did not come out looking like they are right now.
No.
They came out looking like they were on a hangover. These guys look like they're on a mission.
Well, they want to make history. They want to three-peat. They want to be the first to do it. As Big Haywood throws it off. And Anderson is going to take it. Anderson trying to...
Hesitation.
Boy. Oh, Denzel Daniels, hello. And a yeet.
Man. Zelly has found his spot.
That,
Let
folks,
me tell you.
was passion.
wow.
Just a little snippet. Now,
That's what the A7 is all about.
Gotta
Now,
play
I
that
wish-
song. Here comes the.
that part.
There it is.
Yes.
Yep.
I really wish I had the video of the Anthony Wilkerson block on the Juice touchdown run.
So I have a question, like an honest
Yes.
question.
Go ahead.
'Cause you know how like we went through a little small snippet of moms, parents. Well, dad could, I guess, but usually moms like, I'm not letting my son play at this age because of injury risk, and seeing how this is rugby in a sense. Like, how's the injuries? Like, how do you convince parents be like, hey, let your teenager, your son. I mean, they're adults at this point, but like, how? I mean, still, if you're still a mom, you're like, I don't want my son to get hurt without protection and all this stuff, and these hits are still hits. Like, how do y'all navigate that? And like, y'all have staff, like, obviously, duh, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like, here, like, you don't let kids start. Go ahead.
Well, there are medics on the field, and actually, what people find this shocking is that really the Ace NFL game has really been like 80% more safer than playing in pads,
Okay.
because
They teach proper tackling.
The A7 really emphasizes wrap tackling, and plus, also, if you don't have a mouthpiece, you're not going to play because you got to have a mouthpiece to play.
I would follow up. Is it also maybe like the conscious, like the awareness of knowing that there is no pads at that same time?
That too.
Oh,
that too.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because I would definitely be like, oh yeah, this dude definitely don't like no. So that would make you want to wrap up. So real quick, tiny question: Is there a hip drop? Is there a hip drop in this?
No.
Like
you
a
can't hip drop.
swivel hip drop?
No.
Okay. No, the swivel is legal. I don't care what they said about that. I don't give. No, that's cool.
No hip drop. No horse collar.
You have to properly wrap up and
you
tackle.
have to properly wrap up and tackle.
Okay.
And if you don't, they will obviously call you for unnecessary roughness, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Or
and
my
you
broadcast
slightly
partner
might
say,
get ejected. Depends on the severity of that tackle that you make.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's intentional and whatnot.
Yeah.
If
it's
unintentional,
they'll it's really the nature of the play and the nature of the tackle. They can tell if it's intentional, or they can tell if it's accidental. But I mean,
y'all have like replay to determine that. Like, how do y'all do that? Like, determine if it's intentional or if it's just the play itself? Because the NFL could use it.
Unfortunately, we don't have replay like the NFL. That's the one thing that I've been asking for them to get. So a lot of times, what will happen is we will watch the play live, and then we'll watch it live, watching it on the field, and then we will watch it on the monitor as kind of like a replay to see, okay, what do we think? Because there was some plays out there to where we thought a certain player got the first down, and it looked like forward progress gave him the first down, and then we watch it back live on the
yeah, of course,
laptop or the iPad. I'm like, I think they got a first down. Now, I mean, there's obviously,
but that line isn't right. Is that y'all still using like the same kind of metrics like that, right? The
No,
line.
we have chain gangs, but what
Okay.
happens is the referees have a spotter and they will spot it, and they will put the spot on the field. Or in Will Franklin's case, Will get a big ass frisbee like type of ordeal and be like, that's where he'll spot the ball.
And the clock won't start until the chain gets set.
No, the clock. No, the only time the clock stops is 3-on-1 return, which is untimed down, or a team calls a timeout and the 2-minute warning. But most times the clock continues to run.
It's running.
Got it.
And also, there is a mercy rule. So, okay, first off, so here's the mercy rule. So if you get down by 28 or more in the third quarter, or anytime in the second quarter, third quarter, there will be a continuous running clock.
Like hockey, where you get to take away the goalie. Let's go.
And then after the third quarter, if you're up by 7 touchdowns or more, then the game will end after 3 quarters, and that is the mercy rule.
Oh, I do like that.
Hence why the Insomniacs put up 78 and only played 45 minutes of football as opposed to 60 minutes of football.
I mean, I like that. What's the point?
No,
it ain't helping nobody. It's not helping nobody.
Although JP is trying to get an advocate to where they're trying to end the game at halftime of the game, because the halftime score was 66-0. And JP was like, can we just end it at halftime? But they did not.
Well, let the halftime show happen, and then. I'm just saying.
There is no halftime show.
Well, the halftime show is
not.
The halftime show is either us having an interview with somebody as Munchie graces us with his presence in the booth, talking to myself and Mr. Vera and doing a little bit of PA announcing, or the halftime show is playing music and all of us getting some food, or some of us going to the bathroom because we got to go to the bathroom and do the duties. But I know here in Nevada, everybody is waiting for the matchup between the Insomniacs and Sigrid that will take place on March the 30th.
Now with that game, yes, we're looking at it, because it was a great game last season.
Well, every time they've gotten together, they've never given us a bad game.
They're never disappointed. But are we looking more into this game is because now Sick got a quarterback that can probably it might be too much to put on the young man because he is a rookie, but what he displayed last week, do you think he can go toe-to-toe with Scooter? I'm not saying that the Insomniacs the whole, but can he go toe-to-toe with Scooter?
Well, if anybody can, I wouldn't put it past him, because as Scott said, that he actually coached against him when Stone King went to Liberty High School, which of course Liberty High School is right up there underneath Bishop Gorman as far as high school teams here in Vegas. Liberty has had a very good, successful high school football program for a long, long time, and I have broadcasted a few of their games on NFHS Network. So I've seen what the Liberty Patriots can do on the football field when it comes to high school football in the state and in the city. Again,
you're talking about Scott Hamilton?
Yes.
Scooter.
Yeah,
Scooter.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Who can throw for a big man? Big man ain't supposed to throw.
They can move.
Yeah,
big men are not
supposed to. Big men are not supposed to throw the football that accurate like Scott Scooter Hamilton does.
Well, you tell that to Taylor Swift's backup dancer's brother. He moved pretty quick. I was just saying, for an interception, big man on the D line that ran it back for like 30 yards. That's a big man. Oh, what are you trying to say here, Dubs? Like, Ben Roethlisberger is a big man. You can't. Is Scoot's like big? Like,
Scooter's frame looks like he should be playing offensive lineman, not as a quarterback.
Well, you know what?
But with
that will be a good game. But we're foreshadowing and we're skipping week 2 because Sick does have a game to play before they get to the Insomniacs.
Yes, they are.
Great interview we had with
Canyon Stone King. Yes.
Yeah, Stone King. What a name.
That is
that's someone's last name.
Stone King.
Canyon,
Yeah.
Canyon Stone King is his name.
Yes.
Okay, we gonna have to look up his birthright. He's from somewhere. Let's
No,
see.
I mean he
He
he,
had a good
he
debut. He had a real
yeah,
good debut. His debut
like
was
I said,
nice.
it definitely
So
helps.
where do these quarterbacks usually come from? Like, or I mean, are these players that want to be quarterbacks, or players that just having fun, like you
No, well,
said?
I mean a lot of them.
Well, he's a
A lot.
natural quarter. His position
He's
is
a natural
quarterback. He's a
quarterback.
natural quarterback.
He played quarterback at Liberty.
Yeah.
He went to JUCO college in Kansas. Came
Okay,
back.
okay.
Um, which a lot of these A7 guys. I mean, there are a few that have played Division One football. Like Munchie has played Division One football. Kenny Mack is a former Nebraska Cornhusker.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay.
even though
I
he
know who that
doesn't
is.
play no more, but when Big Josiah Sal played for Sigwood, he went to the University of Vanderbilt. He's a former Vanderbilt Commodore. Um,
Wow.
Darren Palmer played right here at UNLV for college ball. So there's a lot of guys that have had a college football
And
background.
there's also been a former NFL player that has played.
Yes, Dominic
Is he still?
Rogers
Is he still with the? Is he still with the league?
No, because there is no Florida division, which sucks because a season not having Mark Bagway and Logo Davis play is quite sad to say, if you will. But no, Dominic Rogers Cromartie, yes, the Dominic
Wow.
Rogers.
Yeah.
He played for the Tampa Nightcrawlers as recently as last season when the Nightcrawlers played in the playoffs against the Patterson U.
Ooh.
Living Room just said, "I'm going to thank you guys for." Oh, the bad guy wants on.
I already
Oh,
got. I'm on it.
oh, baby.
I'm on it. I'm
All
on
right.
it.
So Living Room
Cromartie.
says, "I'm going to thank you for you guys turning me on to A7, and I will say goodbye to all my friends in the show and the chat. Back to researching college ball for me. Please send that linked up piece. So here's what I'll do. Since Mizzle has your email, I will send Mizzle the YouTube link to the games that I'm doing, and he'll send it and he'll forward it to you, so you can listen on Sundays.
Oh, so he wants to link to this weekend's games.
A7 games, yeah.
I got you, living room.
All right. So momentarily, guys, we will be joined by our fellow brethren
Yay!
from the All Pro
It's already been
Job,
said.
the bad guy, Mr. Josh Pineda, as he just got run doing the Shinobi Knights Botch Initiative, which is, by the way, on
Oh, that's
Job Post
right.
TV.
That's right.
And also, don't forget to check out DJ Matt Stick's Indie Vibes, which my nephew, his boy, the man that makes music for this show,
He's a good boy.
was featured
Very.
on Indie Vibes, which again, right now he currently has an album out. So, as we
It's a sick cover.
remove that right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
That's the
legit.
album. Every musical outlet that you could possibly think of, there it is right there.
There you go.
70KD, aka the Super Duty Maker. And
my
as
boy.
mentioned, Forge joining us with his new gear on,
I believe.
supporting the
Hey!
Mizzle and Dub
Oh
show.
my goodness.
Yes,
Our
yes,
buddy,
yes.
our fellow brethren, the bad guy,
What's
Josh
up, brother?
Grenada.
The bad guy.
The
B,
bad guy, yes.
The
the one
There
and
you go.
only.
Bud. Welcome, good sir. How art thou? How was the latest edition of the Shinobi Knights The Botch Initiative, which again is on Job
Which I'll
Post
be
TV
watching later on.
which is on the
Oh,
Job Post
man.
YouTube channel. So please like, share, and subscribe.
The absolutely hilarious episode. Couldn't hit shit to save our lives, pretty much. Go back and check it out. It was a hilarious episode. You guys are going to definitely watch that.
So even greater than last week's, because last week's was pretty good too.
Last week's was good. This one was more of like, again, we couldn't hit the broadside of a goddamn barn with
I'm definitely watching. Definitely watching it.
it took us quite a while to finish one of those battles and stuff. So it was definitely entertaining. I'll say that. So if everybody go ahead, Japos TV, be able to catch the latest episode. And we also got the latest episode that premiered today of Indie Vibes with DJ Madstick. So that also came out today. So go check that out.
A lot of good music on there. A
yeah.
lot of good music on that edition. Excuse me.
Okay, now I just came across this article, and now I'm feeling something. Now I'm feeling something.
Uh-oh. Nope.
I'm talking about the padded league that wears helmets and pads. Okay.
The non-entertaining, the no fun league, that one.
Yeah, them.
Not for
yeah,
long.
Yeah, not for long. Yeah, them. Okay, so
Don't do it. Don't do
What
it.
happened?
Don't do it.
Talk to us, brother. Uh-oh.
Breathe.
Tap it.
Breathe. Breathe up.
Oh,
All right, put the
get
passion up.
serious.
Put the passion up.
Shit, something happened.
Yeah, something happened.
So the Detroit Lions,
No.
who were the number 1 seed,
Oh, okay.
that got their asses kicked in the divisional playoffs by the Landover Commanders,
Yep. Say it. Go, Dub. Say it.
are now proposing
Uh-huh.
to the league office for playoff seeding by record and not division winners.
And y'all were mad at me for the tush push. Whatever. Yeah, the Lions did that.
Look at JP.
And
Make
I
it
will
make
let
sense, Dub.
and
Make
I
it
will let and I will let JP unleash his passion in just a second after I'm done unleashing mine.
Make it make sense. I will sing it to y'all. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense.
So the Lions propose a significant change to NFL playoff seeding that would largely use regular season records as the guiding principle rather than division championships, according to a list of potential rule changes the league released Wednesday. Under the proposal, the division winner with the conference best record would still receive the number 1 overall seed. But after that, teams would be stacked by records regardless of whether they won their divisions or received wild card berths.
NDA
That approach could significantly have an effect on the Lions and the highly competitive NFC North because they did have 3 teams in the playoffs last year: Miss Jody's Packers, the Lions, and the Vikings.
It wouldn't have helped me. It helped the Vikings, though. It helped the Vikings.
Okay, the Inglewood Chargers made this similar proposal in 2023, but it did not receive much support.
Yeah.
Just like a previous report attempt to ban the tush push by the Eagles used in recent years was submitted by Jody's beloved Green Bay Packers.
No, and I can tell. I can continue. I will tell you more.
Okay.
Tell you that.
Okay. Owners are scheduled to meet March 30th through April the 2nd in West Palm Beach, Florida. Other clubs' proposals for rules to bylaws. Okay.
Breathe. Breathe.
I need a drink.
Me too. I might have to go get one.
Why? Why do you always want to keep making changes to something that's not freaking broken? Okay, you just recently, not too long ago, added a 7th playoff team to give you 3 wild cards.
Straight up.
Okay, you just recently took away, because remember, folks, boys and girls, it used to be the 1 and 2 seeds got a first round bye and didn't play until the divisional playoffs. Now it's just for the number 1 seed, which made being the number 1 seed just a little bit more important.
Yep.
Now you want to... Okay. If we're just going to do it like this, then you know what? Don't even have divisions. Just do old school like old school baseball, a National League and American League, and the best record... And the 2 best records just mean the fucking Super Bowl, and don't even have a playoffs, and don't even have a conference champ. What are we doing?
Hey, who wants to take this first, y'all?
I'll
JP, go ahead.
So it'll be kind of devil's advocate because the only way I see this happening is because they really do not want the NFC South to be a part of the goddamn playoffs.
No. Wait a minute.
That's really what it's come down to be. The NFC South.
What are you talking about?
The NFC South. One team, and it's a fluke. They're usually below 500 every fucking year. Anyways,
this is his disdain for one particular Oklahoma quarterback, folks.
Yeah, he if I had the "Hey Oklahoma, go fuck yourselves" one, I'd have that one pop up right now. But the only way it could work to an extent of, again, because people have those, and it's really only been the NFC South that have had this situation of 5-win division winner.
Mm-hmm.
compared to, other teams who miss the playoffs that are above 500 and stuff. But that's the only way that kind of, if they put like a clause in it going, if we have the division winners, but if the division winners below 500 and there's wild card teams, but then that would be kind of the only way that it works. But when it's essentially NBA style, if that's how they go, if they're going to have 7, and if they're going to go that way, they might actually extend it from 7 to 8. If that's the direction that they do go. And I mean, even the NBA has divisions. It doesn't really mean shit when it comes to the playoffs.
Facts.
Same thing when it comes to baseball. They have divisions, but when it comes to the playoffs, it's about what either National League or American League.
Yeah, but over the last few years, how many wild card teams have ended up making a run to the World Series? I mean, the Diamondbacks just did it 2 years ago.
Right, but that's not to say it can't happen.
True, but what I'm saying is, in certain sports, most times than not, wild card teams have normally made a run. Like, it works all the time in hockey.
But if you look at it, that's in other leagues. In the NFL, there have been wild card teams that go and win the Super Bowl. Just ask Eli Manning.
Twice.
So
both years he won as a wild card.
It's not like wild card teams can't make.
Yes, they were a wild card team too. Yes, they were.
Because the NFL is one of those leagues. There's a reason why they say any given Sunday.
Correct.
Because it doesn't really matter what you can lose to really anybody in that league. And it's different because in every other league, when it's basketball, baseball, you get 7 games.
You do. It's a series.
Yes, you do.
In the NFL, you get one.
One game.
That's it.
One shot.
You lose, you're fucking done. That's it. There's no other, and that's why I don't give a shit what anybody says. They can go and argue about. The NFL is the hardest to win a championship. It is absolutely the hardest because it's one and done. Mm-hmm. There is no other. 7-game series. You can still shut the fuck up. No, there's nothing tougher than the NFL winning a championship in the NFL. Yeah. So when you do something like this,
ask the Eagles. They've lost all their defense.
When you do something like this, when you make this type of move. Again, they're going to add another team. That's going to be another clause. They're not just going to have it at 17, total of 14. They're going to add 8. So if they take out, if you're a division winner, or division, you get the 1 through 4. If they take that out completely and go, okay, it's the top 8 in the conference to make it even 16 teams both sides, and you might not even at that point. There is no first round bye, which
I agree.
I actually think would be a blessing in disguise because how many times has a team with the bye week come in and played against a team that's fresh off a win and end up losing?
Like crap.
Mm-hmm.
That extra week of waiting is almost it's almost a shit thing to have to deal with because you're not as fresh, you're not as warm. Yeah, you go through practices, but playing a game is completely different.
It's the equivalent in baseball to where you're playing hot and you sweep a series. The last thing you want is a day off.
And the most important thing in the game of football is momentum.
Yes,
100%. Yes.
So if you can really look at both sides of the coin and go like, what the fuck are they doing? Or then you look at it and go, in hindsight, if they break it down the way it should, if you take away the division winners, you add the extra team, there's no bye week for anybody. 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, so on, so forth. You get rid of that, oh shit, we're playing a team with momentum. Now we got to stop that momentum cold. I actually think it could make for more entertaining games. And on top of that, there is no more question of, oh, this team's only won 5 and they won the fucking division and now they're in the playoffs and then they get smoked. You'll put the best 8 teams, record-wise, you put the best 8 teams in the playoffs, that's going to make for the most compelling. Yeah, I know I'm playing devil's advocate on this one. I'm living up to that bad guy moniker.
Like a month off, too. Like, they set their starters in, like, the last freaking game. Like, they have extra week off. Like, come on. Bye week is
and on top of that, the way they're trying to add another week, they're trying to get rid of another week of preseason to where it's 2 weeks now instead of 3, and now you're going to have a total of 21 fucking weeks of football. You know, there's a lot of things that they're doing to where, to be honest, I would much rather have the best 8 with the best records in the playoffs rather than a division. And I know I'm singling out the NFC South here because that's really the only division in the last 5 to 10 years that have had this problem, being a less than 500 team still making the play. I'm sorry. No, this isn't Ohio. We don't give participation trophies here. You don't get to be in the playoffs when you're not 500. Sorry. Better luck next year, bud. I don't give a fuck if all 4 of your division teams don't make it. Sorry. Get better. I mean, if you have a division that has 4 teams in it, okay, they won. Period. Yeah. They're about with the the NFC North. All 4 teams had what, like at most 4 losses, 4 or 5 losses each team.
3 of them, Bears. Bears weren't.
Well, I mean, that Caleb Williams and the Bears can go fuck themselves as well. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like,
music to her ears.
If you can have, that's the only way it makes for the most competition. You have the best 8 teams in there, or if they keep it at 7, you have the best 14 teams, the best 7 teams. I mean, they could do it either way, whether it's 7 or whether it's 8. You really can't go wrong either way. But if they want to add another week, instead of adding it to the regular season, you just add it to the playoffs. You take away that 3rd game in the preseason. You go 2 preseason games, which, again, nobody fucking pays attention to anyway. Nobody really gives a shit about the preseason. Everybody gets rested. No. They get their, the dress rehearsal that they call it, in the 2nd week, and then you move on. If you want to add that extra week, you give an extra week in the playoffs because of the fact that you added 1 more team if you go the full 8.
Or if you're okay, we know eventually they're going to add an 18th game. So you know what? Yep. Do what you did in the 1993 season. In the 1993 season, people forget they had 2 bye weeks, and it actually worked out to the betterment of great quality play because the last week of the 93 season was one of the best week finales because there was so much on the line as far as playoff spots, and it turned out some very good football.
Well, on top of that, if you add an extra bye week, it's for the players' health, essentially.
Exactly.
Or why not don't count the international game for those teams that go over? I think each division should have an international game, but why not just don't count that?
I mean, at that point, make the international games all the preseason games, no?
Yeah, but if you want
to, that's what they used to do. That's what they used to do. Because I know before the season, they would have the Japan Bowl, or they would go to Germany, or they would go to wherever, go to London, or go to Mexico City when they play.
I mean, them going international every year. I mean, and mostly every single time that they go international, one of the only teams that is in those games is the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's why
they're there back-to-back 2 weeks, so one of those shouldn't count. I feel like.
I mean, with them going international, that only tells me that what they're doing is they're trying to gauge the international look. Like when we're going over to Europe, over to Paris, over to Germany, over to Mexico, wherever it is that we're going, whether we're going to Canada, which they're probably going to be doing soon,
maybe
they're trying to get a gauge on whether or not it's worth it to have an expansion team in the NFL there.
Boom. Yep.
And
That's exactly
the
what I'm
Jaguars are going to be that first team that's going to be, because the owner of the Jaguars right now, Khan, he is the owner of Tottenham.
He's like an ambassador too, no?
Yeah, as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Jacksonville Jaguars ended up being the first team that moves internationally. They may keep the name, they may not. I don't know if they go to a different team. It doesn't matter. Regardless, the Jacksonville Jaguars are already an expansion team all in themselves.
Yeah.
Moving them, overseas, whether it be Canada, Mexico, Germany, France, wherever it is that they're going to go, because you already know that that's what the NFL is looking to do. They want to make it, and I wouldn't be surprised in our lifetime, maybe 10, 15 years down the road, there's a complete league name change. It's no longer the National Football League. It's going to be the IFL. It's going to be the International Football League.
Ooh.
And then you're really then you're really going to be able to say world champs.
Yeah, the American Football League and then like International Football League.
Yeah, that's just that. I think that's really where the NFL is going, because it's been these last 5 years that they've really been looking at the international market to really get a gauge to find out whether or not it's worth it to put a team.
Mike Evans has said it too. He's kind of really spoke out about it a little bit.
But the thing is, if you do that, you can't have just one team international, because schedule-wise, that's going to be the hardest schedule of all time, because you're going to have at least half of your games overseas with at least a 4 or 5 hour time zone difference.
And
it should be a bye week after the fact.
It should be, but how many times has the NFL gone, oh, you have a Thursday night game? All right, well, you're going to have a Sunday, or you have a Sunday night game or a Monday night game, but now you're playing Thursday night.
Oh, yeah.
They've done that before, but I do think if you play overseas, whether it's a Sunday, a Monday, or a Thursday night, you should have a bye week the next week, because the travel is just insane.
Yeah,
you do.
But if they do end up putting teams, and they're not just going to do one. They're going to do at least 4, and it's going to be Canada, it's going to be Mexico, it's going to be Germany, and it's going to be Paris or somewhere in France, because those are the top 4 markets. Maybe even England or in the UK. But those are the top 4 markets that they have been visiting these last 5 to 10 years.
This is true.
And Brazil.
No, it won't be Brazil, man.
Yeah, maybe not Brazil. They couldn't
walk out the hotels.
But
they're
playing
too.
The Aussies might have a good case in having a team too. That's why I say 10, 15 years down the line, we may have more than 4 international teams.
Yeah.
Well, Australian rules football,
depending on what markets they dip into.
Yeah. I feel like into y'all's market, the ASFL, and like other leagues that go around that's starting up. Like, why does the NFL need that? Why can't the Cowboys go? Can you take them?
God, please get them out. Thank you.
Them and the Patriots. They're international, right?
They're never going to get rid of the Patriots. Just
all right,
for
the Cowboys,
obviously.
And the Lions, take them away. Same colors.
But I mean, it's at a point now where the NFL is definitely going to grow, and that's one of the reasons why you would even think about expanding on the season, adding an extra game or two, because of the fact that you want to add an extra bye game or a bye week because of the fact that they're traveling overseas.
I don't think college is going to let them do it, dude.
College?
Yeah, I think college football schedule and NFL schedule, I don't think it's going to work, dude, with the networks. And
I mean, that's just...
How can you expand more, man? I just don't understand it.
Money is a very powerful motivator. If these owners see that there is a good amount of money to be made overseas, they are going to pull the trigger on it.
So do you?
That's actually kind of smart. I mean, as a fan, you would look at it going, "That's a little too much." That seems to be, it's just. But when you're trying to expand your league, because if you look at soccer internationally, it's the most popular sport in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Second to that, basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Third to that, baseball. So all of these other leagues have already been
Classic.
All of these other leagues have been dipping into the international market, and the NFL has honestly been late on doing that.
Yep.
What? I thought they were starting with Canada. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you can get Canada, whether it's Vancouver, whether it's Toronto, wherever it is, one of the major cities that they're going to end up doing, they're going to have a team in Canada. Yeah. That's just that might be the first team that shows up is in Canada.
I agree closer.
When we're coming to international, just to be able to kind of at least keep it relatively smooth when it comes to travel. It's still kind of in the same time zones and everything like that, So Canada or Mexico, it'd be Canada first. I'd say Mexico second, and then going across the pond, third. But the only way they do that is they have to keep having these international games in order to be able to get that. Because at this point in time, the NFL is looking at it going, we're missing out on opportunities, not just to dip into the international market, but to be able to call ourselves an Olympic sport.
Ooh.
Well, but we have an Olympic team.
That's flag.
Well, okay.
That's
so,
completely.
You heard Mike Evans talked about about a couple of months ago, he would consider it. So that's what he's talking about, right?
Essentially, yeah. I would think so. Because right now, there is a need. It's not like when they go overseas that they're not selling out stadiums. They're selling out stadiums. People are coming to watch the game. And you have international leagues, not just in Canada, but you have leagues popping up in Mexico. You have leagues popping up in Europe. The European Football League, has been around. The NFL Europe has been around forever.
Yeah,
we don't hear much about it.
They really don't want us to be like so aware of that too. Is what I heard.
And you even have leagues popping up in Japan.
Oh, they kicked their butt.
There's a whole lot of spots internationally where the sport can grow.
Yeah.
And the only way to really get that international money is if you get a team out there. And I don't know if basketball is going to end up doing that. I don't know if baseball is going to end up doing that, expanding internationally to where they get, because again, the only way you can really call yourselves world champion is if you beat everyone in the world, not just here in the States.
Dodgers is best friend with Japan right now, so I think they've got that cinched in.
I mean, when you have Shohei Ohtani on your team, it doesn't matter.
They got everyone.
Damn
it.
Yeah, so I think with the NFL, it's kind of easy to see what they want to do. It's just a matter of fact of, are the markets valuable enough to where these owners will say yes to it? And at that point, by the time they go international, they would have probably added 2-3 weeks to the schedule.
God, I don't know.
2, maybe 3 bye weeks at that point.
I'm all for that. I want I want athletes to have their, off season. So it's rough. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be. It's not going to be an easy schedule especially for the international teams.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy whatsoever.
Well,
but
you're thinking like each team has one, right? Or no? Or that's impossible, or I don't know.
I don't think it would be possible to have every single team in the NFL to be able to have
the season,
one
right?
international.
Yeah.
Because the way they have it set up is basically each division every year basically takes on a different division as their divisional type of games.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how the rotation would end up being internationally.
They're thinking the Packers should go to Dublin this year, and I just did the Eagles last year. What the heck?
Here is the 7 international games
Oh god.
That will
Fuck,
be
there's 7 of them this year?
Yes, that's
Oh,
yes.
yes. No, see, that further proves the point. That's what they're
That's
trying to do.
ridiculous. Wait, who
That's
has
what
the
they're
first?
trying to do.
Is there one on the opening day, Dubs? Like the opening game for a team?
A week 1?
No, well,
Yeah, I was week 1
dates,
with the Eagles.
the dates haven't been set, but here we go.
Oh no.
London, Tottenham. So London has 3 of them.
Oh.
Okay. Now, this year they are going to Dublin, but the Steelers are the home team in Dublin. So let's start with this first. Okay, so
You're gonna have the Crash Out brothers in fucking Ireland? Yeah, you're gonna have pub fights and everything with them in it. That's gonna be actually a good draw.
So at Wembley Stadium, as per usual, the Jaguars will be the home team. Okay. First game in London at Tottenham. Home team will be the Cleveland Browns.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It gets better. It gets better. Okay.
Let them have fun. Let them have fun. Jay,
Second,
let them have fun. Let the Browns go have fun.
Second Tottenham game in London. The home team. Marquise's beloved East Rutherford Jets.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Well, hey, better than the Browns, guys.
They're sending all of the bottom of the barrel teams overseas. I see.
Yeah, but the Jets
They
have a
figured
roster.
it
Come
out.
on, it's a new coach. We'll be fun. That will be
It's
fun.
the New York Jets. I don't give a fuck what roster they have. It's the Jets. It's the same as the
Better than
Cleveland
MetLife
Browns.
Stadium. It'll be a better
Doesn't
field.
matter who's on the team. The Browns will be the Browns. The Jets will be the Jets. The Jags will be the Jags. And there's a reason why they're sending all the shit teams overseas.
They're gonna send.
All right.
They're
The
gonna send one
Steelers
of
will
us.
be in. The Steelers will be in Dublin. Possible opponents.
What?
Ravens, Bengals,
Oh, okay.
Browns,
Okay.
Bills, Dolphins, Colts, Vikings, Seahawks, and possibly
What?
Jody's Packers might go play the Steelers in
No,
Dublin.
no. There's plenty of other green teams on that list. I'm good.
That's about the only
All
thing that might be good out there overseas.
All right.
Dublin's
Yeah,
gonna be fun though.
the amount the teams that are actually going to play overseas tells me that if they are going to go international, it's probably going to take 15 to 20 years because you're
But
not going to
the
be selling with shit
Steelers
teams
and
playing.
Packers, that's a Super Bowl matchup there.
In Dublin?
Really?
Well, we'll
And
see.
Dublin
All
would
right.
be dope, but why
Hold
are
on,
you sending
hold on.
them
Wait.
there?
We're not
Super
just
Bowl
gonna
matchup.
No, we're not talking about like
that.
today. I'm talking about a former. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Packers and Steelers.
Yeah, we're iconic.
Okay,
That was a
Packers
great
maybe.
Super Bowl.
Steelers.
That was a great Super Bowl.
All right. So, continuing on,
You
This year,
son of a bitch. I'm just kidding. I'm
we're
sorry.
going to España in Madrid.
Again.
Oh,
Oh, I'm glad I'm not there.
Madrid is
All right.
actually a pretty good market. I'm not gonna lie.
You
All
think?
right. The home
think it is.
team for
Oh,
the
shit.
game
Here we go.
in Madrid in
Lions.
España,
Lions.
the Miami Dolphins.
what?
See, that might actually work out.
Oh, because of the beachy freaking team? Okay, whatever.
No, it's
Dolphins
the,
with the
the
beach.
Latinos love their Florida teams.
Stop it, Mizzle.
All right. In Berlin,
Oh God.
Oh, Lord.
the home team, the Indianapolis Colts. Possible opponents in Germany, the Texans,
Oh,
Jaguars, Titans, the
Oh.
Broncos,
what?
Mizzle's beloved Raiders,
Oh, my.
Dolphins, Cardinals,
We're not going across it. That's not
me
going
and
to happen.
JP's 49ers, and the Falcons.
No. Okay, we could stop. No.
So the only two veteran quarterbacks there is Geno Smith and Purdy? In that list?
But CBSSports.com is predicting it's going to be either the Broncos or the Raiders playing the Colts in Berlin.
No.
Oh.
No.
Why?
Going
Exactly.
back to Sao Paulo, Brazil,
Oh,
Oh,
my.
boy. We're back to Brazil. Okay.
the home team.
They need extra
The Eagles-
security for that shit.
The
Eagles,
the
green again.
The Inglewood Chargers. Now the Eagles are a possible opponent for the Chargers. in
Wow.
Brazil.
It's not happening, dude. They're not sending it back.
Possible opponents: Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Texans, Colts, Steelers, Eagles, Commanders, Vikings.
It'll never be the Chiefs going international.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Predicted opponent.
No, Chiefs win
For
international.
Predicted opponent for Brazil: Texans or Commanders.
Oh,
All right, now
Now I wouldn't understand. Now if I was gonna, I don't understand why they wouldn't put the Raiders in Brazil.
The Raiders in
Now we put
Mexico is where they need
Raiders
to
in
go.
Mexico, yeah.
Well, the Raiders in Mexico is way better. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
so in London, CBS Sports is predicting the opponent for the Jaguars will be either the Rams or the Seahawks. First game in Tottenham as the Browns home team. Predicted opponent is the Titans or 49ers. Second game at Tottenham with the
What?
with the Jets. Predicted opponent.
Oh God.
You know
The
what?
Carolina-
On this game, you see what I'm doing with this right here?
No.
Second game
Taking another
in
sip.
Tottenham with the Jets.
Oh.
Predicted opponent: the Carolina Panthers
Uh-huh.
or the Arlington Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I'm really yeah.
Oh yeah,
really-
send the Cowboys. They need to go.
No,
Don't Jerry want his global money?
Now again, back to Dublin.
Jerry
No,
Jones
yeah,
doesn't even know what fucking day it is.
Like, well, he's an old man, sir. He is an old man. He can all admit
Now
that.
again,
This
these are
is the guy who
predictions.
says all in and then does nothing.
Stephen Jones.
This is now again, this is projections coming from CBSSports.com, not Dub. I'm just reading
Who's the author?
article.
Who is it? It better not be Jordan Schultz. Is it Jordan Schultz?
I don't know.
No, it's
But
that George Schultz
in-
is.
he's
But
gonna
in
be-
Dublin, for
Right
the
here.
home team Steelers, the possible predicted opponent is either the Seahawks or the Packers. Obviously, two teams the Steelers have played in Super Bowls in the years past.
It
They
might
got-
be the Packers.
Yeah, it probably will be.
All right, so for the Dolphins being the home team in Madrid,
Whoever.
in España, the predicted opponent is either going to be the Commanders or the Bengals. Now,
What?
I will say this.
Bengals.
What kind of are these Thursday night football games? Because these fucking suck.
Nope, they're Monday night. They're Monday morning.
Oh God,
I'm just kidding. I don't know. They're they all
All
start
right.
morning.
they
Now
have
the
to be
Colts-
Thursday night games because these are just scrub.
They're-
teams.
Now
They're
the
gonna
Colts
be early in the
now
morning
the Colts
because
in
they're
Happy
Germany.
Steelers.
Colts in Germany playing at Olympic Stadium. Now, this could be the stadium that the great Jesse Owens won his 4 gold medals, staring Hitler in the face in the 1936 Olympic Games.
Oh,
Yes, indeed. But the predicted opponent to play the Colts in Berlin, according to CBSSports.com, is the John Elways and the Raiders.
Denver Broncos.
He's like, send the donkeys. The battle of horses.
These are all
Berlin.
Thursday night games.
Good.
These are all Thursday night games that nobody in the States are going to be up for. Neither are they going to get up to watch these games.
I don't think Amazon Prime would appreciate that. There's no way they're Thursday night games.
I'm sorry. I'm not waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to watch these shit.
Which is why Amazon
I'm not
Prime
doing
ain't going to vouch for it. They're going to be Netflix games.
Well, unfortunately, I'll be up early because I would be going to church around that time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be up for because I'll be for church as well.
I'm not waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for this shit.
Nope.
Not at all.
I
Not at all. There is nothing about any of those games that are appealing.
I do have a thought.
What is thy thought?
If let's just say Aaron Rodgers joins the Steelers.
Oh God, he
Good
needs to
Lord.
fucking retire and get it
Good
over with.
Lord.
Aaron Rodgers has never won a game in the Steelers stadium. Ever. The Packers can't win in that stadium. So it would make sense if he did join, that would be our international game. So he can win as a Steeler against his former team. Because whatever team he does join, he's going to have to face the Packers that is left.
Yeah, whatever team he joins, they're not even going to break 500. He's probably going to tear his
Which is why
Achilles
the
again
Steelers
in the
probably
first
won't
fucking
want him,
play.
because Mike Tomlin is very, very selfish about his 500. But I'm just saying.
Oh, God, again, Aaron Rodgers just needs to go away.
I've been trying to tell
I
people
agree.
about him 3
Just-
years into it.
The fact that he has a Netflix documentary called Enigma, I'm sorry, there is nothing enigmatic about that fucking dude.
Yeah, during his Achilles. Yeah,
There's nothing mysterious about, oh, I went on a dark trip. I went on and had ayahuasca. Ain't nobody give a fuck.
Yeah, was he
Nobody
listening-
cares
was
about
he
you,
listening
Aaron
to that
Rodgers.
to you guys, I didn't see it.
I still haven't seen it. I'm not going to watch it because there's nothing about it that tells me that there's nothing new that I'm going to learn about him.
I was thinking about
He's
how he
still a
walks,
piece of
like,
shit human
We
being.
saw how Kirk Cousins and Kirk Cousins didn't act out during his freaking rehab. And what's his name? Was it Mitchell, the Ravens running back?
Kirk
He
Cousins is the silent thief. Kirk Cousins has been stealing money since he got into it.
Kirk Cousins might be the best. He might have the best agent out there at this point.
You know what I'm saying? I need his agent.
Yeah,
he has Sam Bradford's agent is what he has.
Yeah.
Getting money out the ass for fucking
him
nuts.
or whoever the freaking T. Higgins and Chase's agent. That right there.
That agent too.
Jeez, man.
God, the Bengals are gonna suck.
They're in trouble. They're gonna be in some trouble.
Yeah, their offensive line is trash.
I don't think it's gonna be terrible, but I do think they have some. This is gonna start.
Joe Burrow's not gonna complete the season.
Well,
he's not even gonna play 16 games this year.
I play him this year.
He might play 10 at most. He's gonna get hurt at some point during the beginning of the year and then come back towards the late for that, late push. But the Bengals are they're that team that even when they had, Dalton and Green in their heyday, in their prime, it just wasn't. It's one of those organizations that just has the bad juju around them.
Well, Mizzle, they're in your AFC. Like, how do you feel? Do you guys play them this year?
The Bengals?
Yeah.
I thought we played them last year. I think we already played them already. So no,
we played them last year. This past year.
We played that division already. So we're not going to see
them. They get them either next year or the year after when it comes to the rotation.
Well, I'm playing someone that I played last year. I'm playing the Eagles again.
Damn, that's some good shit. My lips are getting.
I mean, is it always a playoff rematch in the schedule? I know there's a Super Bowl rematch, or is that not?
Or the Eagles and Chiefs?
No, I mean, I play the Eagles again in a playoff rematch. But is that normal? Usually? Sometimes.
I mean, this past
but I
season,
played that division this year. Eagles was random
because this past season, we got our asses kicked by the Chiefs in Great America in the Super Bowl rematch. And by the way, Mr. Daniel Hunter got a nice 1-year payday for the Texans. 1 year, $35.6 million contract.
He did.
JP.
Daniel or Danielle?
Daniel Hunter.
Just one?
You damn right, EJ. You damn right I do. I never come unprepared.
So, is Hunter, go ahead, Doug. Is that who is that?
Defensive end, formerly of the Vikings. He played on the Vikings.
Oh, we brought him back.
Yes, for a 1 year, $35.6 million.
Oh.
He's washed.
Hey. Give these old guys a chance, all right? Van Noy is great. Zach Bond is great.
Van Noy is still playing?
Yeah, and Calais Campbell.
Oh, God.
Well, Calais Campbell is looking for a job. He's a free agent.
Some players need to know when to him up.
No, actually, Calais Campbell is still very productive.
Yeah, Calais Campbell is a beast.
Very productive or semi-productive? I didn't hear nothing about Calais Campbell last year.
Tall and big.
Okay.
He's a nose tackle, right, Dub?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he gives you problems. Trust me.
3 technique.
He's a problem.
He's already been in the league, 20 years? Fuck.
He's close.
He's not complaining about how much money he wants, so I don't know why they're not. His name is just not out there like that.
Got to go on one of those WWE Legends deals.
Hey, Calais Campbell would be a beast in WWE. Okay. Smack him down.
He'd be like the big carrying lab, that's for sure.
Ain't he as tall as Big Show?
Shit, he's not 7 feet. He's about 6'7".
Yeah.
Close enough. Well.
And also, by the way, Cam Robinson agrees to a 1-year deal.
Into the microphone, Dub.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Wait a minute.
No, I was reading the article, my bad. But no, Cam Robinson signs a 1-year deal with the Texans as a free agent.
There you go. Mecole Hardman, Packers.
Ooh.
Yes, he does leave the Chiefs again to sign with the Packers of Green Bay.
Fine. You're fine.
Talk about somebody who still has a job who doesn't deserve it.
Right.
Fuck.
He can return kicks.
Well, the Vikings told Aaron Rodgers, no, we will not do the Brett Favre trilogy again. No, go F yourself. They're going to stick with J.J. McCarthy.
That's what they said.
Just go stay.
As they should. They should stick with J.J. McCarthy.
Well, yeah, but they still need a backup.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is not going to come in and be a backup nowhere.
You saw him on the beach with a
Exactly.
blanket. He looks definitely someone who doesn't mind. Okay, then go get Joe Flacco. Where's Joe Flacco?
Fuck. I mean,
Still being interviewed. So the Commanders guaranteed Debo's contract of $17 million for 2025, and they gave him a $3 million worth of incentives.
he passed his physical?
Yeah.
God
I
damn.
forgot he was.
So he
Isn't he
had
like
no-
250 now? God damn.
He had no guaranteed money, so he has a $200,000 workout bonus and a per
He
game
does.
roster bonus of
Hold on,
$44,000.
hold on. They had to make it an incentive for him to work out. Oh, that fat fuck. There's a reason why they did that. Holy shit. He must have showed up hella overweight.
Well, like I
Nah,
said,
he
there's
has
a-
all this
like I
money.
said-
They have all that money, man. They don't.
Like I said, he has a $3 million worth of incentives.
There you go.
You know it's bad when you have to give a player an incentive to work out.
Exactly.
You think that's what it is?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's one of the reasons why they gave. Remember, Kyler Murray got that incentive. Hey, you actually have to. We're going to
Watch
pay
film.
you to watch film
Stop
because
playing
we
video-
know you're more interested in Call of Duty than actually fucking playing the game.
What?
Stop playing video games.
yeah.
Look at his stats. I promise you, every single time Call of Duty comes out, every single year, his stats dip.
Oh,
Absolutely. Yes, there's a reason why they had it in the clause. They made it a big deal about that contract when he got the extension and everything. And because of all the backlash of it, they had to take it out.
you know,
That's also JP adding to his pettiness for Boomer Sooner.
You were good. You were good in high school. That's about it, buddy. Now you look like a fucking toddler running away from his parents with his phone in his fucking hand.
So a question on Devo's then. You know how Devo's kind of a running back as well. Are you sure it's not like extra incentives because after the Barkley thing and maybe it add a little extra something because he's gonna have to do more. You know what I'm saying? As a wide receiver and kind of your
He's not that same player anymore.
Well, of course
He's not the
He's
wide.
freaking
He's not
older.
the wide back. So now,
He's a
Debo-
wide back, but he ain't the wide back. There's a big difference
Well,
between
who's
a big
back
back
then?
and a wide back.
well, Tyshawn Raekwon Samuel needs to learn how to actually run routes. And guess what? Debo, you actually have to learn how to get separation away from a defender. Something you
But
couldn't do.
you know
here in
what?
Santa
Here's the thing. Let me be nice to Debo because he did do some good things for the 49ers.
No, I'm not saying
Him going to Washington might have been the best thing for him. That might have been the best case scenario team
Change
that
the
he
scenery.
went to because he doesn't have to be the number one because Scary
No.
Terry's the number one.
correct.
Is he though?
He
Who?
is.
Terry McLaurin?
Terry
No, I
McLaurin
think
is.
Terry McLaurin is pretty dope, but is he number one like that?
Yes. If you haven't watched him over the last few seasons, he's been stuck in purgatory because he hasn't had a quarterback to throw him the football. Now,
I kind of have him in that sun,
Terry McLaurin is a top 5 receiver in the league, bar none. Hands down.
Really? Okay.
He's that good.
He is
he's
that good. When Jaden Daniels showed up, when Jaden Daniels showed up, I knew I was like, finally, people are gonna know who the fuck Scary Terry is.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's got the
That's
nickname because that dude is the truth. I haven't said this aloud, but I've thought about this. Terry McLaurin is going to go down to be a better wide receiver than D-Hop ever was.
whoa, that is a very interesting
D-Hop is
take.
going to the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
He's got great numbers. He's got, I have no disrespect towards D-Hop. But at the end of the day, when the careers are all said and done, Scary Terry is going to be a class above D-Hop. I'm calling it right now. Especially because Jaden Daniels is his quarterback now. You're really about to see how good Terry McLaurin actually is.
Oh,
The dude is a fucking animal. I try to get him on my fantasy team every goddamn year because that dude is the truth.
And now he has a quarterback, so he should be good.
Hey, they made it to the NFC Championship with a rookie quarterback, and Scary Terry had a big fucking deal about that.
oh
No work tomorrow. Nope, no work tomorrow. You goddamn right.
I gotta look at this up. He's
Cheers to that.
6'4".
Yep.
And EJ, what in the hell
Ooh,
with
boy.
this whole Kraft macaroni and cheese thing you just sent us? What the hell?
It better not be another mayo type of thing.
No, it's a guy dressed up in a Kraft macaroni and cheese Easy Mac bowl box type of thing.
Oh, he
What
must
is it?
know
Another bowl
Robert's-
game?
No,
No,
It's just a random.
dancing.
it's a guy
Yeah,
dancing in
random.
a Kraft mac and cheese box.
EJ's
Yeah.
something else when it comes to the memes that he says.
Oh,
EJ's something else. Love you, EJ. Really do. The prodigy.
So,
Kinda.
has anyone heard of Pitts being available or no?
Kyle Pitts?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah.
Me neither.
It's going into his final year. He hasn't been really productive there. They're not using him right either.
I was about to say that's not necessarily his fault.
Yeah, they.
It's not
haven't
his.
used
No,
him.
it's not. It's really not.
I think if he gets another year with Michael Penix, he'll be used right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'll give him one more year.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people looking at him going like, oh, Kyle Pitts is a bust. He's this, he's that. I don't think he's a bust. I think he's a hell of an athlete. He's like to me, he's a comparison. He's Travis Kelce when it comes to getting open.
Yeah.
With just a little bit slower than Vernon Davis.
So he's technically a tight end, right?
Oh, yeah, he's a tight end. He's a tight end for
But
sure.
they're using him as like a wide receiver or some shit.
I mean, that the Chiefs use Travis Kelce as a wide receiver most of the because the
use
one
him
thing
as a
that Travis
coverage.
Kelce can't do is run block. I'm sorry. Like he can't run block to save his fucking life.
That's Noah Gray. I'll tell you that right there.
But Kyle Pitts, he's just been in a situation to where at least now I think this year with Penix Jr., actually being at the helm, it'll be different. They're actually going to see how good Kyle because Penix Jr. loves to utilize his tight end.
But he's got a hell of an arm though to throw that ball down there.
That he does too. So you got guys like Drake London, you got Kyle Penix. I think they got another receiver, not either this offseason or traded for one of forget who they got, but they've got a squad there, a really young squad that Atlanta can actually look pretty fucking impressive, this year if done correctly. Head coach. Obviously offensive coordinator, everything's got to really, work out. But Michael Penix with Kyle Pitts, I think what Atlanta shouldn't do is give up on Kyle Pitts. I think if Kyle Pitts ends up going somewhere else,
he might thrive.
Oh, there is no might. He's going to. They fuck around and put Kyle Pitts in the Kansas City Chiefs uniform. Yeah,
good Lord.
It's fucking
destruction
at the tight end position all over again.
About that. Yeah.
They have enough. They're fine.
I'm saying Kyle Pitts is that guy. He just hasn't been. Yeah, exactly. He's 24. He's still young. I'm not going to put the bus symbol on him, yet, because he hasn't been put in the right situations. Now, it may be a little bit of tight end bias because, former tight end here, but everything that I've seen from Kyle Pitts is more of it's been situational.
Yeah.
With everything that he's had.
Watch his Florida tape. it show you why he was a very high draft pick by the Falcons. Because
The
like I said,
dude is an absolute beast. You give him the right head coach, the right offensive coordinator, and the right quarter. I mean, again, Michael Penix Jr., I don't give a shit what anybody says. And people were like, "Oh, why did the Falcons pick him at number 8? They shouldn't have picked him at number 8." No,
watch the game against the Commanders on Sunday night, and watch that throw that Penix threw to Kyle Pitts in the end zone. Shows you why the Falcons' offense could possibly be very good in 2025.
Penix Jr. is a victim of the fucking lefty quarterback mentality.
No, it's just the injury in the game of that playoff.
I mean, injuries are gonna happen to anybody, but for some reason, anytime a left-handed quarterback comes in,
he's a awesome freaking thrower, dude.
Absolutely, he's accurate as shit. Absolutely accurate. Can throw the deep ball beautiful. Like if you look at his Washington tape during the college football playoff, that dude is a fucking monster.
He's the guy.
But the fact that he's a lefty is what people give shit about, because I don't understand it. There's some reason people don't think lefties can be quarterbacks in the league. Steve Young did it pretty fucking well.
Say yeah. Boomer Esiason.
Tua, when he's not, concussed, is doing pretty goddamn well.
Mm-hmm. Kenny Stabler, Hall of Famer.
It's not like you haven't had a ton of lefties at quarterback, but the lefties that have come in at quarterback are always accurate, at least.
Mark Brunell. Played for a long time.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't understand where the stigmatism of all this shit comes into place. But when you look at Michael Penix Jr., and I said, because when he played against Texas, oh my God, in the college football playoff, I'm looking at him going, fuck, we got to play Washington. We got to play Michael Penix Jr. This dude is a fucking animal. I remember after that game, my mom calling me going, who the hell is this kid? Mom, he's the truth. This kid is going to be something special. Yeah. I promise you he will. So when he went number 8 to Atlanta, given the young team, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, everybody that he's got around him,
smart move.
I don't think anybody.
Holy shit! I was looking at Atlanta, going, "Oh my God, y'all made."
And not to mention, he's got Bevo in the backfield. He's got Bevo in the backfield.
Bijan motherfucking Robinson in the backfield as well.
Well, I will just say, I have inside scoop.
The dude is going to be an elite quarterback in this league. I promise people that's going to happen.
All right, Jody. Inside scoop, and then we will call it a night.
Kyle Pitts and BJ Robinson, they were on the beach with Jordan Love, just on a trip across seas, just saying, hanging out. Nothing, just saying.
Well, at least it wasn't the boat situation with the Giants. That's a good thing.
Well, but I say nothing and see nothing and hear nothing. I think Kyle Pitts might be coming to the Packers.
I'm sorry, OBJ did it.
You know what?
Well, he's now mentioning the infamous suit. EJ, don't you dare say a word.
OBJ did it. He's an accomplice. 100%.
You know what?
Oh boy.
100%.
Well, on that note, folks,
let's go Cougars.
We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in with us. Special thanks to our brother and the bad guy, JP Josh, the All Pro Jaffos.
Yes,
please check out the latest episode of the All Pro Jaffos coming up to you this upcoming Friday. And of course, the Shinobi Nights Botch Initiative also Wednesdays on the Jaffos TV channel. And of course, DJ Mastick's Indie Vibes on Jaffos TV. And of course, the All Pro Jaffos every Tuesday and Friday on Jaffos TV. Special thanks
to Technology Podcast on Saturdays whenever we have time.
Yes. Yes.
No,
we'll be in the building. I've been telling people we'll be in the building. Monday Night Raw, go home show to WrestleMania. We're there.
The RPP. Yes, indeed.
Yes. We're in there.
Also, special thanks to the Houston Cougar, Miss Jody. And by the way, good luck to your beloved Cougars in the tournament.
We'll be fine.
Which, by the way, Mizzle,
for a second, I didn't know where you were going with that Houston Cougar. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Where are you going with this? But
she's a Houston Cougar alone.
Got it. I got it. Got
Oh,
it.
Mizzle, we forgot. Who's your final 4 picks?
Oh,
Final four.
Look, yeah,
That's
this is
another.
right,
That's we'll save that. We'll save that for another show.
oh, okay.
Let's go Alabama State. Woo! Let's go.
Okay. Oh, he got North Carolina. Yeah, he got North Carolina.
JP,
I always go for the Cinderella teams.
JP, I thought you'd be going for UConn.
Oh.
What?
They're playing Oklahoma in the first round.
I mean, come on.
Okay.
Anybody facing Oklahoma, for sure, I'm going to be going, for UConn. But what I'm talking about, like the actual,
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
want to see like a Cinderella
I'm
team.
anxious to see who's going to be this year's Cinderella. Absolutely. Looking forward to
Agreed.
it. But nonetheless, folks,
That's who I want. I want to see a Cinderella team hoisting the trophy. That's what I want to see.
that would be great. But
UVA.
we appreciate all y'all for hanging out with us here on this 2-hour edition of the Mizzle Dub Show as we say so long for now. But don't forget to check out Joffos.com. Get their merchandise. Mizzle and Dub Show. Get our merchandise. Again, this is all big collaboration. As you see, JP and Mizzle sporting the merchandise. But thank you to all. We love you all. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. And you have been watching episode number 318 of the Mizzle Dub Show. Enjoy March Madness. Enjoy the tournament as it is full-fledged, kicking off on Thursday and Friday. Enjoy and yeet. And even though it's not midnight yet, but Mom, happy birthday! I love you. Even though we'll be celebrating that tomorrow on our actual birthday.
Definitely will be texting in with Mom.
Yes, but nonetheless, super dope beat maker, take us home. Yeet.
Double
And,
yeet.
oh.